The Independence Day of India, which is celebrated throughout the country on the 15th of August every year, holds tremendous ground in the list of national days, since it reminds every Indian about the dawn of a new beginning, the beginning of an era of deliverance from the clutches of British colonialism of more than 200 years. It was on 15th August 1947 that India was declared independent from British colonialism, and the reins of control were handed over to the leaders of the country. India's gaining of independence was a tryst with destiny, as the struggle for freedom was a long and tiresome one, witnessing the sacrifices of many freedom fighters who laid down their lives on the line. A very good morning and warm welcome to all of you joining the online platform today. We, the students of Delhi Public School Siliguri, take great pleasure in celebrating the auspicious occasion of our 75th Independence Day. At first, I would like to request our respected principal ma'am to enlighten us with her words.
Hello everyone. On the eve of Independence Day, I would like to say, if there is a place on earth similar to heaven, it is India. If there is a place which has given Vedas, yoga, medicine, Ayurveda, zero, it is India. If there is a place with great personality, with great intelligence and brilliance, it is India. If there is a place where APJ Abdul Kalam inspires the whole world, Rabindranath Tagore has given the literature a new dimension, it is India. If there is a place full of art, culture, literature, different languages and unity in diversity, it is India. If there is a place where a player like Sachin, a singer like Kishore, singer like Lata Mangeshkar is there, who have given magical voice to the world, it is India. If there is a place full of natural beauties, it is India. If there is a place with the most powerful military forces, India stands fourth. If the most populated country I talk about, it is India. So incredible India, incredible Bharat, and I am proud to be Indian. So on the eve of Independence Day, I salute and pay my tribute to all the freedom fighters who sacrificed their lives to give us a free India, and it is literally a day to be celebrated by all. It is a day of joy and happiness for all the Indians. India is full of festival. Here you can see unity in diversity, where Diwali, Eid, Christmas is celebrated with the same enthusiasm by all the Indians. So if I talk about our country, it will take long and long. I only want to wish all of you a very happy independence, and I wish my country prosper and it is full of love and peace. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable words. European traders had established outposts in the Indian subcontinent by the 17th century. Through overwhelming military strength, the East India Company fought and annexed local kingdoms and established themselves as the dominant force by the 18th century. Following the Indian Rebellion of 1857, the Government of India Act 1858 led the British Crown to assume direct control of India. In the decades following, civic society gradually emerged across India. Most notably, the Indian National Congress Party formed in 1885. The period after World War I was marked by colonial reforms such as the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. But it also witnessed the enactment of the unpopular Rowlatt Act and calls for self-rule by Indian activists. The discontent of this period crystallized into nationwide non-violent movements of non-cooperation and civil disobedience, led by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. During the 1930s, the reform was gradually legislated by the British. Congress won victories in the resulting elections. The next decade was beset with political turmoil. Indian participation in World War II, the Congress's final push for non-cooperation, and an upsurge of Muslim nationalism led by the All India Muslim League. The escalating political tension was capped by independence in 1947. The jubilation was tempered by the bloody partition of the subcontinent into India and Pakistan. The Indian independence movement was a series of historic events with the ultimate aim of ending the British rule in India. The movement spanned from 1857 to 1947. The first nationalistic revolutionary movement for Indian independence emerged from Bengal. It later took root in the newly formed Indian National Congress with prominent moderate leaders seeking only their fundamental right to appear for Indian civil service examinations in British India, as well as more rights for the people of the soil. The early part of the 20th century saw a more radical approach towards political self-rule proposed by leaders such as the Lal Bal Pal Triumvirate, Aurobindo Ghosh and V.O. Chidambaram Pillai. The last stages of the self-rule struggle from the 1920s was characterized by Congress's adoption of Mahatma Gandhi's policy of non-violence, civil disobedience and several other campaigns. Nationalists like Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, Bagha Jatin, Surya Sen preached armed revolution to achieve self-rule. Poets and writers such as Rabindranath Tagore, Subramanya Bharati, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay and Kazi Nazrul Islam used literature, poetry and speech as a tool for political awareness. Feminists like Sarojini Naidu, Pritilata Waddedar, Begum Rokeya promoted the emancipation of Indian women and their participation in national politics. B.R. Ambedkar championed the cause of disadvantaged sections of Indian society within the more significant self-rule movement. The period of the World War II saw the peak of the campaigns by the Quit India movement led by the Congress and the Indian National Army movement led by Subhash Chandra Bose with the help of Japan. At the 1929 Lahore session of the Indian National Congress, the Purna Swaraj Declaration or Declaration of the Independence of India was promulgated, and 26 January 1930 was declared as the Independence Day at that time. The Congress called on people to pledge themselves to civil disobedience and to carry out the Congress instructions issued from time to time until India attained complete independence. Celebration of such an Independence Day was envisioned to stoke nationalistic fervour among Indian citizens and to force the British government to consider granting independence. The Congress observed 26 January as the Independence Day between 1930 and 1946. The celebration was marked by meetings where the attendants took the Pledge of Independence. Jawaharlal Nehru described in his autobiography that such meetings were peaceful, solemn and without any speeches or exhortation. Gandhi envisaged that besides the meetings, the day would be spent in doing some constructive work, whether it is spinning or services of untouchables or reunion of Hindus and Muslims or prohibition work or even all this together. Following actual independence in 1947, the Constitution of India came into effect on and from 26 January 1950, establishing the Republic of India. Independence coincided with the partition of India, in which British India was divided along religious lines into the dominions of India and Pakistan. The partition was accompanied by violent riots and mass casualties, and the displacement of nearly 15 million people due to religious violence. On 15th August 1947, the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, raised the Indian national flag above the Lahore Gate of the Red Fort in Delhi. On each subsequent Independence Day, the incumbent Prime Minister customarily raises the flag and addresses to the nation. The entire event is broadcast by Doordarshan, India's national broadcaster, and usually begins with the Shehnai music of Ustad Bismillah Khan. Independence Day is observed throughout India with flag hoisting ceremonies, parades, and cultural events. It is a national holiday. With a deep sense of reverence and gratitude, I'd like to thank all of you for being with us patiently till the end of the program. Wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Jai Hind.
शुभ नामे